Hello students, today we are going to study tachymetry. Now what do you mean by tachymetry? Tachymetry is a branch of angular surveying in which the horizontal and vertical distances of points are obtained by optical means as compared to the ordinary slower process of measurement by tape or chain. Now, in this method, theodolite fitted with analytical lens is used for the computation of horizontal distances as well as the vertical distances. Now, the method is very rapid and convenient. Now, in this tachymetric system, we generally use two types of system, that is stadia systems as well as the tangential systems. Now, what do you mean by stadia system? If you had ever seen any theodolite, then the eyepiece of theodolite will be like this and is having a central crosshair like this and is having two stadia wire, that is upper stadia and lower stadia. Now, if the distance between the upper stadia and lower stadia, that is stadia interval I, is constant, then it is known as fixed hair method. And if we can change this distance between upper stadia and lower stadia, that is the value of I, then it will be a movable hair method. Now in fixed hair method, observation in terms of angle is made with the help of stadia diaphragm having stadia wires at fixed or constant distance apart. It means that the stadia interval is constant in case of fixed hair method. The reading on the staff corresponding to all the three wires are taken. Now, with the help of these three wires, that is the upper stadia, the lower stadia and the central crosshair, we can determine the three readings on the staff, that is this reading and this reading. And from these three readings, we can determine the value of staff intercept, that is this value. Now, the next method is the movable hair method. This method is similar to the fixed hair method except that the stadia interval is variable. Now, this method is also same as that of fixed hair method, but in this method stadia interval is variable. We can change the stadia interval as per our requirement. Okay students. Now the next method is the tangential system. In this method, the stadia hairs are not used, the reading being taken against the horizontal crosshair. It means that in this tangential system, we does not use the value of upper stadia and lower stadia, and readings are only taking along the horizontal crosshair. So for the calculation of staff intercept, we need two pointing of the instrument, that is first reading will be taken at this point, and by lowering the telescope we can get the next value of staff, that is S1 and that is S2. On subtracting these two values, we will get the staff intercept S. So to measure the staff intercept, two pointings of the instruments are therefore necessary. It means that in the stadia system, by only single pointing we can determine the staff intercept, but in case of tangential system, for the measurement of staff intercept, at least two pointing of the instruments are therefore necessary. That's why tangential system is slower than the stadia system. Now the principle of stadia method. The principle of tachymetry is based on the property of isosceles triangle where the ratio of the distance of the base from apex and the length of the base is always constant. Now here a tachymeter is shown and these three are the stations, that is A, B and C, on which staffs are kept. Now three readings are taken along the three stadia hairs, that is upper stadia, lower stadia and the central crosshair. So on first staff the staff intercept will be S1, on second staff the staff intercept will be S2, on third staff the staff intercept will be S3. Now according to the property of isosceles triangle, that distance between O and A is D1, between O and B is D2, and between O and C is D3. Now, as per the property of isosceles triangle, the distance of the base, that is this distance, from the apex, that is this, and the length of the base, that is this length, is always constant. It means that according to the stated principle, d1 upon s1, d1 is the distance of the base from apex and s1 is the length of the base, is always constant. It means that d1 upon s1 is equals to d2 upon s2 is equals to d3 upon s3, and it will always be equals to f upon I, which is a constant. Now here f upon I is known as nothing but the multiplying constant. Now we will see it in detail. Here f is the focal length of objective and I is the stadia intercept or stadia interval. Now for knowing the working principle of tachometer, we will put the zooming effect on the telescope of a tachometer. Now this is the eyepiece which is shown here. This is the eyepiece. Okay, now this is the object lens. So in between the eyepiece and the object lens there will be one focus, that is capital F, and its distance from the optical center is known as small f, that will be the focal length. Now the vertical axis of instrument is shown here, that is capital V, and the distance of vertical axis of instrument and the optical center is known as small d. The staff is placed here and the three readings along the three crosshairs will be A1, C and A2. So its image will be formed on the eyepiece, that is A2, A1 and C1. This is known as the stadia intercept, that is small I, and this is known as the staff intercept, that is S. Now the distance of the object from the optical center is shown by U and the distance of the image from the optical center is denoted by V, and we need to compute the value of distance of the staff from the vertical axis of the instrument, that is capital D. We want to compute the value of capital D. Now O is the optical center of the object glass which is shown here. A1, A2 and C are the reading on staff cut by 3 hairs, small a1, A2 and C1 bottom, top and central hairs on the diaphragm. A1, A2 is equals to I, that is length of image or stadia interval. Capital A1, A2 is the staff intercept, that is capital S. F is the focus. V is the vertical axis of the instrument. F is the focal length of the object glass. D is the distance between optical center and vertical axis of the instrument. We need to compute the value of capital D, for which small d will be required. U is the distance between optical center and the staff, that is the object distance, and V is the distance between optical center and image. As per the lens formula, we know that 1 by V plus 1 by U is equals to 1 by F. Now from the triangle, that is in triangle O A1 A2 and triangle O capital A1 capital A2, I by S is equals to V by U, which is shown here. Now we can compute the value of V from this. It will be equals to IU by S. That will be the value of V. Now we will put this value of V in the equation first and we will get 1 by IU by S plus 1 by U is equals to 1 by F. Now by rearranging this we will get 1 by U as common, and in bracket there will be S by I plus 1 is equals to 1 by F. On solving this we will get the value of capital U equals to S upon I plus 1 into F. but we want the value of capital D, which will be equals to small d plus u. Now we will put the value of u, that is s upon I plus 1 into small f plus d. Now on solving this, we will get f into s upon I plus f plus d. Now f upon I is known as k into s plus f plus d is known as c. So the value of capital D will be equals to ks plus c, where k is equals to f upon I and it is known as multiplying constant, and its value is generally 100, and c is known as f plus d and it is known as additive constant, and its value is generally 0. Now if the value of additive constant is 0 and if the value of multiplying constant is 100, then the length is known as analytical length. The length is known as analytical length when k is equals to 100 and c is equals to 0. We can move to the cases of fixed here method. Our first case is when line of sight is horizontal and staff is held vertically. Whenever the line of sight is horizontal and staff is held vertically, then the value of capital D will be equals to Ks plus C, which we had computed earlier. Now, when line of sight is horizontal, the general tachymetric equation for distance is given by D equals to f upon I into s plus f plus d, and it will be equals to ks plus c. Now if we want to compute the RL of station P, then RL of station P will be equals to RL of benchmark, which is already known, plus backside reading minus small h, that is central hair reading, which is shown here. Okay, in this way we can compute the RL of station P, which will be equals to RL of benchmark plus backside minus central hair reading. Now we can move to the next case, that is line of sight is inclined but staff is held vertically. It means that line of sight is inclined to an angle of theta but staff is held vertically, which is shown here like this. Okay, and we need to compute the RL of station P. Now in this case, the value of capital L will be equals to Ks plus C. The value of capital L will